But hello.
But hello.
Oh, I don't like the single.
So this is live, right?
We're live right now.
This is live.
Are we live?
Right.
We are live.
Welcome everybody. We have a star-studded Sunday live.
Yep.
Live at 7. What do you call it? Sundays at 7.
At 7, Sunday Night Live.
With our wonderful hosts, Jessica Grillo, myself, and Derek Burns. So the mission, this is the mission of Greater Waltham Recovery Solutions. Greater Waltham Recovery Solutions' mission is to connect those with substance use disorder to recovery treatment services. Additionally, we offer scholarships to safe and effective sober living. We educate the public through community outreach and help veterans access premier quality treatment. Our organization embraces cultural diversity and is inclusive of every race, religion, sexual orientation, veteran status, socioeconomic background, disability, and age group. So welcome everybody. We got a couple comments already. Olga Gomez says, hi guys. Hi Olga. Thanks for always checking in.
Hi, Olga.
Then we have Peter M. He said, let's go D. So yeah, we got Derek Burns.
Comment, ask questions. Sorry, I'm posting questions and interact. Because that's what we want. We want you guys to interact with us.
It should slow, right?
What?
Well, they can't hear us.
That's slow, I'm saying.
Oh, what the
thing. I don't know.
No, we'll figure it out.
Let's okay, there's a ton more comments. You see them, Mike?
Yep. Okay, so Thomas Cucavaro says that guy's a movie star.
Ooh!
So you can talk to Tommy. Say hi, Tommy.
Hey, Thomas Cucavarathan.
Ashley Neary said hi with an upside down smiley face. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for checking in. My mom said happy and blessed Sunday, everyone.
Happy Sunday!
Miss Legs.
Brian Ritchie said, let's go, Brian. Mandy McGowan says, I love you all. And Mandy McGowan also said, Derek, you're amazing.
So that's
you guys.
Mandy's a member of our team, so we can go through our team. Our director, Julie Bunch. Our co-director, Debbie Moore.
Moore. Yeah.
Kim G, our social media superstar extraordinaire. She's amazing. She does all the organizing because we can sometimes be organized chaos. She posts the articles. She just gets shit done. Mandy McGowan, like she just commented, another inspiring person. Linda Powell, Hanley Powell, I'm losing I have no brain tonight. She's our team nurse, another amazing asset. Tammy Lee, one of our newest.
Yeah, she's our newest member.
Another great,
recovery coach and
recovery
advocate.
coach, yeah. The Wolf, Richie Evans, who I hope he's out there watching.
Yeah, Richie, let's go.
And then you have, I think it's just us left.
Then it's just us.
Yeah.
The two Utes.
The
The
two
two
of us.
Utes.
Yeah.
Forget
The
about
two
it.
Utes.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's our team, and they're behind us, and, we're really trying to continue doing what we've been doing. Free recovery coaching, family interventionist, placement. Mike is amazing at that. Any level of care, sober living, detox, residential, MAT,
whatever, sober living,
Yeah.
IOP, PHP, whatever level of care your loved one needs, or we can collaborate and figure out what the best chance for success is for your loved one. Just give us a call. We'll figure it out. We'll help you figure it out. We'll make it easy. It's hard to navigate. It's difficult to navigate treatment nowadays. Sometimes when you look on Google, you don't know who you're clicking or who you're calling. So to simplify it, just reach out to us, and you can talk to me personally, and I'll help your family member get to where they want to be or need to be.
regardless of insurance, too, so it doesn't matter. Just reach out to us. And all those services are free, but what we are trying to do is continue scholarshiping people to safe, reputable, sober living. And if there's a veteran out there who needs treatment, hopefully scholarshiping them into good treatment, which is why we like to ask our viewers out there if they can donate.
Yeah.
And our magic number tonight.
What's the number? Hold on,
9.
I'm going to let Derek pick it
It's
tonight.
going to be 9.
And
Alright.
9 is fine.
It's my birthday, and it's 3 times 3.
Yeah.
3 years times 3, 9.
Nine.
$9.
Yep.
So if you guys want to contribute to our scholarship fund, $9 to @Recovery Solutions on Venmo. 0143 is the PIN number if it asks for it. Derek celebrated 3 years of recovery a few months ago, so we're going to times that by 3. 3 times 3, 9, and that's our lucky number. Derek is also going to match dollar for dollar what you guys donate to our cause. So donate, make Derek come out of his wallet. He likes to give. He likes to give away anyways. He likes to raise funds. He does that right now. We'll get into that later. But he's got he's got a big clothing line that's popping off, and he donates a lot of the proceeds to recovery funds and sober living funds. And so let's get started. So Derek, tell us about the pain. Tell us about your addiction story.
All right.
How'd you get into
Oh shit!
drugs,
Like
alcohol, opiates?
for me, it was more of a behavior thing from the get go. It had nothing to do with drugs. At a young age, I was already crazy. I was already lying. I was already, stealing and shit like that. And it had nothing to do with drugs yet. But like that came because I found like when I was in my teens that was the solution.
Yeah.
For me, like not to deal with my own stuff, because what's crazy is I knew like I had a heart at a young age, and I knew like shit I was doing was wrong. So the pain, when you do something bad, and the aftermath, when you're like, oh shit, I can't believe like I just called that lady a name, just so to speak.
The aftermath.
Yeah, I know. I was just
Right?
thinking the same
And
thing.
then after, all that shit you do, and then you feel like bad. That's when I started drinking like young, and I grew up in Dorchester. It was pretty crazy the way I grew up. The neighborhood was nuts. I went to the Lewenberg Middle School. Shout out to Miss Harris, my 8th grade teacher, at the Lewenberg Middle School in Mattapan. I had a good people network behind me as a young kid.
Yeah.
But I didn't use it. I just ran with crowds. Like I try to fit in everywhere I went. I always try to fit in. With the kids over there, the kids in Southie, the kids in Savin Hill. Like the North End. I didn't know like where I fit in. My father got killed when I was 15. I remember that. That was crazy. God bless his soul. That was like the first time I had to deal with loss, but it wasn't a loss because my father, he was in my life like here and there, maybe sometimes. Like he was like a weekend, not even a weekend dad, maybe like a once every 3-month dad. Like I didn't see much of him, but from where I remember, it was just like the way I was living was just, it was tough. It was tough for my mother. My mother was raising 3 kids by herself, and I had a stepfather come in the picture. My brother and my sister's father came in the picture. And it was a bad childhood. I'm not going to say any. The only good I had from it was my grandmother. My grandmother was an artist, and like she always taught me like, how to treat women, the stuff like we should know as kids. And the fundamentals of being a child, like the good stuff.
Yeah.
She taught me all of it. She was a Marine. She was a
Wow.
strong woman.
Yeah.
She was like the first lady in like the Korean War and shit, like with a bunch of other Boston women. And she was very. I didn't look at it like I was too young, but she became an inspiration to me later on in life, and I think that's why I think that's one of the main reasons why I didn't take my drug use like to limits that I hear people take it to. Like I never robbed my mother. Like I don't know what that's like. I never robbed my friends.
Yeah.
I still have all my childhood friends in my life today, if they're alive, because most of them are dead.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. It's just like I was brought up with a lot of violence. Right off the rip, I learned how to lie when. I'd get the beatings and I'd have to go to school and they would say you fell off your bike, or say you fell down the stairs. So like I'm in school and my eyes out to here and I'm like, yeah, I fell. It was like a lie off the rip.
What happens at home stays at home.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah. And back then it's like, my mother's Irish Catholic.
Yeah.
And so it was like, it was a crazy, like, once the doors closed, no one knew what was going on.
Everything was
no one knew. In the neighborhood,
yeah.
too. In the neighborhood of other kids, too. Other kids, I had it good because I've seen some of my friends get real beat up badly. But you see it, once the doors close, it's like what happened behind closed doors is what was crazy. Like these days, the doors are wide open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't even hit your kid.
No.
You'll go to jail.
No.
You're
Like
getting
that's a wrap.
indicted.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do the things that happened back then.
No.
You can't do today.
No.
No.
And God forbid I say something that hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
You know, it was just crazy. The way it was back then, it was just like a different lifestyle.
Everybody's got a camera phone ready to record.
Yeah, oh,
Oh my
everything,
God!
everything.
It was just insane.
Yeah.
Like your teacher's like calling a prosecutor. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like if it's just crazy. But like no, it was bad. Like it was just the whole history of violence and the stuff that came along with it. I don't want to get too much into that bullshit. Excuse my language.
No, you're fine.
But as soon as like life went on, like I got more of an education of the streets because like I lived like by the streets. Like that's all we did. We hung out in Dorchester. Like I grew up too quick. Back then, like I see how my son's growing up, and back then we grew up way too quick.
Fast,
Like
yeah.
you too.
Yeah.
I remember you as a kid too, and like I remember like
So you guys grew up together.
Yeah.
yeah, he was my brother's boy.
He grew up
Like,
with his brother. Yeah.
like,
Okay.
yeah, they were, you know, when back in the day, and it's just we moved to Revere when I was like 16, freshman high school, Revere High School, and I was already crazy when I got to Revere. So like, you know, the kids in my neighborhood, like I started to be friend with.
Yeah, everyone's like,
I brought the craziness to the neighborhood, you know, stealing cars, all that BS, and then you know, the drugs are certainly, you know, they didn't really come into play. It was more, we were like experimenting, like having, it was fun back then.
It was fun.
It was fun. I had a blast, not gonna lie about it. Like I had a blast, but I was in and out of DYS and stuff, and I had fun. You know, I'd go eat steak and cheese subs and go play, you know, Sony PlayStation.
yeah, he never had that.
But it,
Like,
it,
no,
it,
when
it's
you-
the darkness yet.
Well,
though.
when you're a kid and you get arrested,
Yeah.
they send you
Yeah.
to these homes and these places. Like I was on Casa on the island in Quincy.
Yep.
And like it was like we weren't even, it
Just
wasn't
hanging
jail.
out. Yeah, you just hang out with the boys.
So you didn't mind stealing the next car and getting caught. You didn't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
There was no like hard consequence. But then as time went on, you know, before you know it, I'm in South Bay at 16 years old. I was the youngest kid in South Bay, and DYS didn't want me back. I remember the casework, and I thought I was going back to eat steak and cheese subs and shoot some hoops with the fellas.
yeah, you're going real.
And I was like,
real
wow.
boy
And then I
shooter.
got
This is
there.
legit.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys. There's a lot of people in recovery, like older guys, that remember me from when I was like 16 in South Bay, because like a lot of them took me under the wing. A lot of the old guys from, you know, East Boston, North End,
Yeah.
Charlestown, South E, and like it was just crazy. It was crazy, but like that was the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the beginning, because I started to learn like about how to like do extra crimes, make extra money, hang out with the people. I always wanted to hang out with the tough guys. Like I had to hang out with the tough guys, but it's weird because by like 17, 18, I didn't care who was tough anymore. I wanted to be the tough guy now.
For sure.
And you know the story in Revere, like, you know, I'd run around and fight everybody and be an idiot, make a fool out of myself, you know. Of course, drinking always came into that, but like, there was no pain. Like I didn't have the pain I had, you know, later on in life. It was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
If you don't have that
And-
pain, it's a whole different lifestyle.
Yeah, it is. Like I didn't go as hard
No,
because like I didn't have to numb nothing.
no. Because it almost seems like even though you had the consequences, they weren't hitting you in
Yeah.
a spot that you were done. You were like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll go to South Bay and
Yeah.
then on to the next bigger
Yeah,
bad
like
thing.
it was.
Yeah, they were
See if
bad,
I
but
can
they
get
weren't
away with
bad.
it.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
bad. It was,
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't bad. And you know what it was? And it's funny you were saying that because of the consequences. Like, I knew where I was going. I was going to jail.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna die. My family, my mother wasn't gonna have to cry every night. No, you know, the pain we put them through.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, I knew the consequence. And then as time went on,
Yeah.
I started to care about the consequence more. So I started doing drugs harder.
Right.
That's crazy that you started caring about the consequences later on than in the beginning. You know, because I feel like it's when you're using at first, maybe it's because we don't realize how severe they are, but you just said the opposite, that as you kept going, you started worrying more and more about the consequences.
Oh yeah, and it made me go harder. because like I wasn't comfortable with worrying. Like the feeling I got
the fear,
from that.
the fear you used over.
Well,
fear.
that's all I ever did drugs and alcohol over was fear.
Yeah.
It was all fear for
it's
me.
everything.
It was all fear
Yep.
for me and trying to fit in for me, and then it became like later on in life I was just burying pain,
Yep.
burying feelings, and it's a funny thing, and we blame everything. I had to blame my mother.
Yep.
I blame the neighborhoods. I blame Dorchester, Revere. I would blame somebody for like ruining my day.
Yeah.
Like in the morning, somebody give me a wrong look. Like
What
all of a
about
sudden,
the
my
bike?
day's
What
ruined.
about the
Oh,
bicycle?
the bike.
The bicycle.
Well,
Tell them about
oh,
the
that
bicycle.
comes later.
All right, that comes later.
I'm gonna wait for it.
Let me read some comments and then we'll get into the bicycle.
Oh.
All right. So Mac Annam said, "Dream team. Looking forward to
My
hearing
guy.
you."
Thank you, Matt, as always, for letting us use this
Matt,
space.
you're the best,
It's
brother.
really generous of
Much
you.
love,
We really
pal.
appreciate it.
The poet.
Angela Brucesi said hello.
Hello.
James Richardson, Jimmy James says, "Share the hope, Big D, Dorchester forever." Lena Brucesi says hi. Hi, Lena.
Hello.
Angela says, "God bless you, Derek." Francis Bouchard says, "Thank you for sharing." Blake Rickerson says,
Blake, my
"When
guy.
others respond differently." Word.
Word.
Tammy Lee, one of our members, says, "Happy Sunday, everyone." Hi, Tammy. Thanks for checking in. Peter M says, "Our past is what makes us who we are today." Thanks, Peter.
Very true.
Anthony Manzarella. Happy Sunday, everyone. Bunzilla, thank you.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi, Manzarella.
Carol Jarier
It's
Duff says hi.
Hello.
Tara Shan said, "Derek, I love you, buddy." Thank you to Mikey and Jess as well. Thank
Love
you,
you,
Hi,
Tara.
Tara. You're another amazing superstar.
Hey,
Thank you for all
Tara's
you
the
do.
best.
And guys,
It is
please,
the best.
Derek picked the number tonight. Donate
Number's
$9 at Recovery Solutions. Derek vowed to donate dollar for dollar for whatever is raised. Please, if you can. Your money doesn't go unnoticed or unused. We just scholarship 3 gentlemen last week into safe sober living for a month each. So they all each got a month of solid sober living. So.
And we want to continue being able to do that because our motto is to never have to say.
We want to never have to say no. We want to
So
always.
if someone's reaching out to us for sober living, we want to be able to, because that's such a small window where someone's actually like, fine, I'll go to sober living. That could be monumental. It could really help save someone's life or pivot their direction because they couldn't turn around and say, you know what, forget it, I'm not going to go to sober living. And this could be a moment we could really help them. So we want to be able to continue doing that.
Mm.
And so, look at this. This is super cool. So Carol chimed in again. "I'm your cousin, Derek. We've never met."
Oh.
So you got a cousin you never met.
Wow.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dorchester in the building.
we're bringing families
Dorchester in the
together.
I was in
building.
Dorchester for a little bit.
Oh, all right.
Landed out.
Debbie Moore said, "Derek and the team." What a heart
Hi,
emoji.
Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Whoever's commented from our page said, "Loving the pink."
Real memory
And
pink.
John OPP says, "Hey, Thomas Sweets."
Hello.
But hello.
But hello.
All right, so tell us about try and fail. You tried a lot, you failed a lot, and you
Yeah,
recover. I know.
you know.
I know. Yeah.
How many
I don't know.
how many times I go? I've been trying to get clean and sober. Like for everybody who's watching, like someone's struggling, like don't give up on them.
Yeah.
For me, tough love don't work. Both my brothers aren't here because they experienced tough love, and I know that firsthand because it come to me, and I was in a position where I couldn't help them at the beginning because I was still trying to figure my life out. I was still trying to I was in a halfway house when my first brother passed, and we were close. Thank God for recovery. If it weren't for recovery, I wouldn't even have known either one of my brothers. My brother Alan Burns and Joe Vacchio, rest in peace. Mikey was there, friends with them both. And I would never have known either one of them if it weren't for recovery. Because all our lives, we never even knew each other.
Oh, really?
Never. Until we got clean and sober together. And it was the craziest thing. My brother was at the Hope House. And this is I'll just get into how I got here. I remember I was at my mother's house, and we had to move. So I ended up on my sister's couch, and I was down and out. I couldn't even find a trash bag of clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was I was so depressed, and I knew I had to. You remember how many times was I trying? I'd call up Mikey to have him drive me to meetings, and this is what I love actually about recovery. Is people like us don't give up on people, whether you're doing good or bad.
Right.
Whether you're doing good or bad. If you're my friend to the end, whether you're wrong or right. But when you're wrong, I'm gonna check you on that shit. And when I was doing wrong, like he always checked me on my shit. But there was a solution, and I just never could. I can never get it together. Like I got almost 20 months. Remember the Granada house?
Mm-hmm.
I almost got 20 months, but I didn't change nothing. I was still talking about guys in jail. I was still putting my hands on people. I was still talking shit. Like I was lying. In recovery, people can do this.
Yeah.
Like some people think, oh, because you're in recovery, you're a good person
Yeah,
today.
that's-
Oh, he's been clean off drugs for 4 years. He changed his life.
You don't
And I
change
say
your
that's
actions.
bullshit. You don't
Yeah.
change your life. Like you're the same person. You just don't have a solution to being that shit bag.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was a complete asshole,
Yeah.
and I had to change that.
Yeah.
And the only way to do it, I knew, was to get high and get drunk. Well, being drunk wasn't my part of my story, but being high was.
Yeah.
And I like to get high. I hated booze actually, and I didn't really like to drink. And when I was out drinking, like even when I wasn't, because Mikey knew me when I wasn't in recovery.
Yeah.
I would be out drinking. I wouldn't even like to drink. I would just go to the drugs because that was my solution.
Right.
If I didn't want to feel a certain way, I knew that something could take over that. Like if I was in fear of something that day,
Yeah.
I was getting high. I was getting high.
Yeah.
And like even knowing when we do wrong, it's like we lie to ourselves, you know. And if I owned something, I didn't know nothing. Let's put it this way: I didn't know nothing. Everybody in recovery is GCs, UFCs, union. I'm in the union, all this shit, right? And I was that guy, and that's why I kind of make fun of it today, like, cause like I was that guy, like I'd work a month in the union, you know, cause my brother's father like got me in at a young age, and I'd go to work for a month and like tell everybody for the whole 2 years I was in the union. You know what I mean? I couldn't wait to tell someone I was in the union. I can't wait.
You got a month in.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it was just the whole mentality, you know what I mean? Like, but I always wanted to do good. I always wanted to do good. I just didn't know how.
Right.
I didn't know how. And I got like 1 million white keychains, chips, whatever, everything.
Yeah.
And I could never put it together. And when I thought I had it together, I was completely lying to myself again, because that's what I did best. I lied a lot to myself. And you know, and I was at the Answer House. I went to the Answer House in South Boston. That place helped me, and you know, I believe, like, you know, God puts people in my life for a reason, and like everybody who's came into my life, some people that are watching, like, have played a major role in my recovery, and some of them don't even know it, because
Isn't that
like,
incredible?
yeah, because like I'm not the type, like I don't want a pat on my back,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna give one to someone either. Until, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna blow someone's ego up, because we all have egos.
Oh yeah.
And like, I mean, the ego killed my you know.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the gym and work became his recovery.
Yeah.
And I don't care how you do recovery, whether you do AA, PA, NA, whether you run Suboxone, methadone. I don't care how you do recovery.
Yeah.
That's your recovery.
Exactly.
And it's none of no one's business on how you do your recovery. And that's the problem with today in recovery, is people don't respect that.
Yeah.
People don't respect that. And like, I don't care. I really don't care. If you're trying to do the next right thing, that's all that matters.
That's it.
For your own life,
It's the attempt.
it doesn't even have nothing to do with me, but I'm happy because you're doing something for yourself.
Fact.
It's
It's
that
like-
willingness of it.
Yeah,
You know, it's that
it's-
small little bit. It doesn't matter what pathway it is, but if it's, you know, because where there's breath, there's hope, right?
Yeah.
And you just said it. Doesn't matter if it's AA, any of those ways. Like, people are dying left and right.
Steps, no steps.
No, it doesn't. Front step, door step.
I'll build
back
you some
step.
steps.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, a lot of people will tell you, like, to do, like, for me, for instance, a lot of people push all kinds of different recovery things that they do on me.
Mm-hmm.
But I had my way set. I knew what I was gonna do. And the reason why I knew what I was gonna do, when I was at that halfway house, and I remember my stepfather, he patted me on my shoulder and he said, all you're gonna be for the rest of your life is a union guy. That's all you're gonna be. He's like, son, that's all you got going for you, is you're gonna be a union guy. And I was like, I'll show him. The guy at the halfway house, Derek, you know what? As long as you don't do drugs for today or drink today, I don't care what else you do, you're already winning.
It's true.
but in a way, it's a manifest. See, me, I didn't want to believe into that. I didn't want to buy it. Because I wanted more. I didn't want to just sit here. This is the rest of my life. 10 years clean and sober, living at the YMCA like all these guys. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is it. Dunkin' Donuts and NA meetings and AA meetings.
Right.
This is it. This is all I have to look for is a Dunkin' Donut cup and a meeting.
No,
if this is
you
it,
can have more.
yeah, but I didn't know that. But I didn't know that. But I wanted it.
You can have whatever you want.
But I was like, I'll show them.
Yeah.
I'll show
So
them.
you're telling the people you don't have to settle for less.
No,
You can have whatever you want.
Yeah.
Anybody can do whatever they want.
That's
Buddy, I was
good.
borrowing $5 off you 3 years ago. What do you mean? Who needs a loan?
No.
For real. I was like, Mikey, and everyone will say money isn't everything, and someone says that, they're broke.
Yeah.
This kid's dying. If you don't have $1, you're dead.
Yeah.
How are you going to eat?
Yeah.
Food costs money, people.
That's right.
And it's like the best thing and how's this? The only thing that's free in this world is recovery.
That's right.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love that.
How about
That's
that?
like Mikey
You don't need no money for that. You don't need no money for that.
That was beautiful.
That's beautiful.
No, I'm being
That was
truthful.
awesome.
It's the only thing I know in life is free. Like,
Yeah,
That's
recovery.
worth it.
is.
but and it's well worth it because you can do whatever you want. Anybody could be whatever they want. You want to build a house, go build one. You want to do whatever you want.
I
Yep.
love that.
All you got to do is make one right decision, and guess what? That becomes a hobby, and
Yeah.
it becomes like a manifest. You do
Yeah.
the next right thing, you keep doing the next right thing. Before you know it, a set of right things fall into place.
Yep.
And then
Wow.
before you know it, you're on the path to doing something great, and you don't even know
You
it
don't
yet.
even know it. And then.
But I did know one thing.
What did you
I didn't want to all just be a union guy for the rest of my life. You know, I start school next week. Like, I mean, I've got a lot of things going, and you know, but the pain in recovery. I was, you know, this is what happened, right? The girl leaves me. My brother dies.
Yeah, all in 1 year.
All my two brothers,
The girl
and then
and the
him,
two,
and they
yeah.
all, everybody. It all happened, and I didn't want to get high when from the loss. I wanted to get high when the girl left me. This isn't talked about enough
Yeah.
because everybody's a tough guy.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Everyone's a
Right,
tough
right.
guy. So when the girl left, I wanted to get high.
Yeah.
First time I wanted to get high, I was like, wow, she hurt my ego.
Yeah.
She hurt my pride.
Yeah.
My heart fell down in my stomach and it became on. I was in bed. I got fat.
Yeah.
I was in bed. It was like the beginning of Corona. There's no meetings. There's Zoom. I think I left our group over it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we have a home group.
Home
I was a
group.
secretary. I threw the phone. I ended. Forget about Zoom.
Yeah.
And
That's
my
all
friend.
your fears, though. It's the fear of abandonment, fear of rejection,
Yeah.
fear of being like, it's fear of
Yeah.
being out of control. All that stuff is tied into that. So that I think it's important to talk about not just with all that, you know, the death of it, but that's a big deal.
It is.
Your ego got smashed.
No, it did. What? My ego got hit in the head with it. My bike from when I was 12 years old.
Tell
I
them
say
about the
this all the
bike.
time,
Okay.
right? When the girl left, that bike that got stolen when I was 12 years old came back to life.
What do you mean?
The trauma.
The trauma from the bike when they stole my bike when I was a kid.
They stole your bike.
No,
You
they
gotta tell
stole
them
my
about the
bike as a kid. You know, when you live in Dorchester, shit gets stolen. So, so they stole my bike, and like I never could get it. That crushed me for like a year. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Like
This
it was
is the
my-
root cause of Derek's addiction.
I would work
It's
on that
stolen
bike.
my
bike.
I would work on that bike. You know, everything like that was my pride and joy.
Your bicycle.
At
Throwing,
13,
you got
14
throwing,
years
throwing,
old, you know?
throwing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, you know, you got a mongoose, you got a hot bike,
Yeah.
you know, you're like, wow. And, you know, it's like when you get, you know, like the BB gun, when you'll shoot your eye out, you get that gift for Christmas, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, you know, and I kept that.
Okay, so
And
the
it got
bike got
stolen.
stolen. Okay.
But when I was older, this is what I'm saying, all the losses come back.
Yeah.
Mm.
My brothers come back.
Yep.
And when they came back, they hit. And I was so depressed, I couldn't get out of my bed to go to a meeting.
Yeah.
I went food shopping, and that was it. And I love eating out, but I went food shopping because I was too lazy to do anything. I didn't want people to see me. And thank God for like people in my life,
Yeah.
like friends I have. You know them.
Yeah.
They come to my house. They would talk to me. You know, that's what I had at the beginning because like the Zoom wasn't doing it. And then the in-live person, the meetings, like there was no meetings.
No.
Yeah.
But then my friend Lisa P, I seen her in the North End, and I'm like going crazy, and I'm like, I think I even called you. I called everybody, Richie. I called so many people about
we
this
talked
when
a
the
lot.
girl left. I mean, I called Carrie Ann. I called Tommy. I called so many people because it was bothering me, right? But the way I would put it to them, because like it's like embarrassing, like to tell somebody I want to get high because of a girl, like because the girl left. Because you're supposed to be a tough guy.
Yeah.
You're supposed to
That's
be a
true.
man.
That's true.
No, but you're supposed to be a man. Says 99.9% of recovery. People don't talk about this.
Yeah.
I don't hear it.
Yeah.
When the girl leaves, what happens to the guy? He gets high. Same thing with the woman.
Yeah.
The guy leaves, the girl gets high.
Wow. For real.
I don't hear it
Yeah.
talked about enough
Yeah.
because of egos.
Yeah.
My ego, anyway. I didn't want to go to this meeting I went to and raise my hand. I started crying. Like, I didn't want to cry either. Like, I'm like, well, the girl left.
Yeah.
If I cry, I'm going to be a little bitch.
I'm gonna look there.
Yeah, they're gonna look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know what, though? To save my life, I knew I had to do that. I knew I had to. You know why? When my brothers died, I went to meeting after meeting, raising my hand, talking about it.
Yeah.
And if you don't participate in your recovery, like, it's like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
If you don't participate in your recovery and you think your recovery is going to do you, like, it doesn't work like that. So, like, when my brothers died, I raised my hand, I asked for help all the time. All the time I would ask for help. And then when the girl left, like, I knew what I had to do.
But you couldn't
Because
do
I
it.
had the gift, but I couldn't at first. Because of my ego, my pride, my heart, telling another guy I felt like less than, you know what I mean? And it was just crazy. And I remember, like, you know, I was in recovery, 2 years in recovery. And, like, I'm texting girls on Facebook. Here I am. I'm in a relationship, guys, with a woman who stuck by me through my brother's deaths. Like, she had my back. She had my six. And I treated her wrong. I neglected her. I neglected my son. I neglected my mother. I was so focused on dead people, I didn't even pay attention to the people in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I totally neglected my son. I wasn't with my son. Times are different now, but I wasn't with my son. I was a father. I was in his life. But it was only when I had to be.
Sure.
In recovery.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is
That's
my
real.
weekend. I get my son. But I had a set weekend. I had, like, this set weekend, like, every other weekend, you know. I was doing all right, paying my child support. And in my head, I'm paying child support.
So
I'm a
you're
good
being
dad.
a good dad, right?
You know, and that's so not the case. But same with my mom. My mom would call me. And I'd be like, what? What do you want, Mom? Like, snapping on her. The poor woman just lost a kid. And like, I'm snapping on her.
Yeah.
But, like, I was neglecting them. And the girl, I would do the same thing like I did to my mom and my son to her. Now, she didn't have to stay and put up with it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? To top it off, I'm texting girls on the internet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
Like, I wasn't being 100%.
What do you think it was that made you take those relationships for granted when you were in recovery?
Well, I would say, like, the loss.
So focused on your own pain.
I was
right?
focused
Yeah.
on my, no, you know what? How's this? And around here, like, you can especially relate, because I know you, and Jessica, you can relate with this too, even though I don't know you too well. But you gotta find some kind of, I was so focused on helping everybody else out. I forgot about my own team. I forgot about me. I forgot about my mom, my son, the girl I was with. I was so focused, like, I gotta do the recovery thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, fist pumping, I helped somebody today, and, like, I was good with that, and it helped me.
Right.
It did help me. But it didn't help my team.
You didn't give yourself the opportunity to heal.
I didn't.
Because you were just distracting yourself. So, like, when people talk about, like, helping others, like, it works. It does work.
It
But
does.
It's just like a distraction thing from what's going on.
I use that like I would
Yeah.
drugs. It
It's
became
like-
my new drug.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a solution.
But
You know?
it's interesting because the death part of it, because I went through when my friend died, right? I was the same way. I didn't care about my significant other. I didn't care about my kids. I was spent the first, like, month after he died just over Murph's house.
Yeah.
Not caring, just wanting to help him who just lost his son. I didn't care about, and like you said, I was forgetting about the people around me. Like, every night I didn't care. I was over there till 1 o'clock in the morning, but I forgot I have 2 kids at home. But what do you, like, I just don't, is it the grief that you were trying to mask, like,
Well, that's what I can never pinpoint.
yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing because I'm so caught up in my own BS.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? Like
laser focus on one thing.
I'm
Well,
not, hey,
and that's-
there it is again. I'm not doing drugs.
But that's when people say, like, sometimes people don't understand what the opposite of addiction is connection is.
Yeah.
That's what that means. It's like, you can't be so focused on your own pain and your own self-centered wills and needs and wants.
Yeah.
You have to connect with others. You have to
Yeah.
connect with the people that you think are in pain. You have to,
Yeah.
you have to bring your recovery home with you. You have
Yeah.
to be a good husband, a good father, a good wife.
You gotta practice.
You have to practice what all the principles that you that were instilled in you in recovery and bring those home with you, and that's how you connect with others. But if you're just so focused on, oh, why is this happening to me? You gotta look at it like, not why is this happening to me? What is this teaching me? What is
Yeah.
this doing for me? How am I gonna learn from this? Like the loss of your brother, the loss of Joey, like, what did that make you become? It made you become so much more because you used your pain as motivation, and you created roped off clothing. You did all this stuff. You know what I mean? You're donating. You're giving back to people in recovery.
And you know what's funny is I always had these. I remember my the first time we were doing the roped off thing. It was a club thing. It was when things were fun.
Okay, so let's be so how did rope, is this how rope
Jessica
Yeah.
always wants to know what roped off.
Because
is.
Mike is always
Oh,
bouncing around
I
saying
thought-
roped off, roped off, hashtag roped off, and I'm like, what is this
So-
roped off?
All right, now back in the day, my son was interviewed, and he said he started it to my brother who passed.
Yeah.
I posted it on Facebook, but it was funny. But back in the day, like 2016, not too far back, we would go out to nightclubs, and all the nightclubs we go out to, they would take the rope, and we go VIP.
Oh.
You know what I
So
mean?
you're
Like,
roped
and
off.
you're roped off.
Oh, you didn't get cut off.
And like I was running the strip club at the time that I was doing security.
He was.
At the strip club, they would all come and see me, all the whole team in
And then you
recovery.
roped off. You take the rope off.
And you're roped off. Like you're not
Roped
paying
off.
at the door.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
You're VIP.
And then once you're in VIP, they rope
And
you
then
off.
they really
For the
rope
Oh,
rest
I
of
thought
the
you meant
club.
like the rope, like when you cut people off.
No. So now here's the thing. Now, what my thing is like I take reality and like outside of the club as being like when you're important to yourself and when you're VIP to yourself. I don't care. You don't got to be into a club no more.
Right.
You could be fucking roped off everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The bum under the bridge up the street we pass, he's roped off.
I mean, Mike says he's roped
Like-
off everywhere.
Hey, like
Right.
if you're somewhere, like you could be VIP wherever you want, because like you don't need people, places, and things to determine if you're important or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't need a club.
It's on fire
Like the
tonight.
mic
I don't
tonight.
need a club for
Club
some
the
rope.
mic.
No, but serious, I don't need a rope to
Right.
come go and for them.
It's a state of mind.
What all they're doing is just shifting my ego up.
Mm.
When I'm in the club,
Yeah, 'cause
like,
what-
let's not lie. Like who doesn't want to be in VIP?
Because why do they pay for that? Because
Yeah.
they want to look
They
special.
want to look
Yeah,
special.
they want to feel
But if you
special.
make
wanna
yourself
feel
special
special.
internally,
But you don't need that shit.
you're roped off.
You're roped off, whether you need it or not.
But
don't need to
you
be in
could
the club.
also rope other people off.
How
You
do
make
you-
other people feel
Yeah,
special.
you make them feel good about themselves.
when they're in the VIP.
Yeah, and
Well,
like
you
when
make
all
them
my
feel VIP.
all my
Gotcha,
clothes
on
I
the
sell,
inside.
Yeah.
all my shit I sell, I donate some money, some proceeds go to the DMMF Foundation, the Dennis Mason
Awesome.
Memorial
A great foundation.
Unbelievable.
And I send money to them, and I try to do as much as I can. Like I'm not totally focused on that either, because I have a construction end,
Mm.
and I
Union.
work no union.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I couldn't live the way I live if I
Right.
was in the union. I'm just saying I have to go to school Tuesday. Like I gotta go do more things for my life. And like I just spent money on books, like it's like I can't back out of it now
That's
type
awesome,
deal.
though.
Because I was thinking about it, I was like, shit, summer's coming,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be worked out, overworked,
Worked out.
with
Roped
the
off.
clothing, the construction. No, the construction.
Yeah.
The roped off thing is
I
like
understand.
that. Listen, you can't. I don't care who you are. You ain't gonna make a great life for yourself under one. You need
more
multiple
than one.
sources of income.
Multiple sources.
You can't have one income.
No.
Like if you want to own a house, what are you gonna have your wife stay at home? You got to be a baller for
You gotta
that.
be a baller.
Gotta be. You know what I mean?
Can't
And
do
like,
it anymore. You gotta have that income.
yeah. And like when me and Joey, we were working on the casino, making the biggest money in the union. I'm bringing home $1,400. That's my child support.
Right.
Yeah.
And my car payment. So 2 weeks is for my car and child support. Where's my rents?
Yeah.
Boom.
Where's my shops? Where's my food? Like, I'm thinking of all this stuff, and I'm like, wow, like, this is it, you know, because I'm a realist. I go by what you bring home. Anyone can make $120,000 a year,
Right.
but you're not bringing that home. You're
No.
bringing
No.
home 70 out of the 120.
Yeah.
If you're making 100, you're bringing 60 home.
Right.
And like, what is that these days?
Nothing.
It doesn't cut the
What,
mustard.
for real?
So-
Like, what
It
is
doesn't
that?
definitely doesn't rope you off.
No,
Let's
but
reach
so
out.
I try multiple sources of income, and you know what?
Because you're
On top
sober
of it
now,
all,
you can.
yeah, but at the same time, yeah, well, because I'm clean and I don't do anything, that's why
Yeah.
I'm able to live the way I live. And you know what? How's this? I didn't get here by accident.
Right.
This has nothing to do with luck.
No.
This has nothing to do with luck. It's because I did something good along the way. Like I said before, it set up the next good thing to come.
Right.
And then the next good thing comes, and the good thing comes. There's people watching, there's really close friends of mine watching, and they help me out.
Yeah.
They help me out. This kid helped me out. People help me to be where I am in life. This
You're not-
ain't no secret.
you're not doing
There's
it
no
alone.
formula to this.
Right.
There isn't. There isn't. There's no formula. There's no secret. I did good and I got good. Luck is the last dying wish of people that think that winning happens by accident.
Oh my God!
It ain't no accident. I'm here winning. I put in the
You
work.
just did one before that too.
I
Now you
don't
did
know.
good, so it gets good. And then you
No,
just
no, for real. Luck has nothing to do with it. I make my bed in the morning. I do the small little
Yeah.
things, and
Yeah.
like,
Not
some
too
you
bad,
don't
not
gotta
too
make
bad.
your bed to like be some, but you gotta do little things in life
You gotta
Yeah.
have small
to
wins.
achieve some big things.
Yeah.
Get some small wins under your belt. Like when I had my first week clean and sober, I went to court. Remember this? My son's mother.
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah,
wanted-
yeah.
She brought me to court. They wanted to lock me up, and I said, "You can't lock me up. I'm at the answer house. I got a month clean and sober. Fuck, you know, like, I'm doing good. You can't lock me up. Are you kidding me?
are. I'm sober.
Oh my God, they wanted to lock me up over child support. But I was like, they can't, because I'm doing good now.
For 1 week.
No, but I wanted everyone in my past to forgive me for my bullshit.
Immediately.
Right away. I
It
was
doesn't
like,
work
everyone
like that.
forgave me. I'm at the aunt's house.
Okay, so Debbie Moore said, tell it like it is, Derek. I love your honesty.
Thank you.
There's a question in there too. You
There
gotta
is?
get to.
Okay. Linda said, Derek, you said when you didn't want to feel something that was uncomfortable, you would get high. I'm curious if you ever thought before you got high that it would make things worse or make you feel worse, or if you didn't think about that, or if at that point when you're about to get high, you didn't or couldn't care.
Well, to sum that all up, all I wanted to do, because like that's a long question, all I wanted to do was I didn't think about consequences.
Yeah.
I just wanted to fix that moment. The problem at hand, I wanted to fix it real quick. And guess what? I knew that when that runs off, I got to go get more.
Yeah.
So I had a plan. I had a plan to get more. I didn't have a plan for consequence. I had a plan for more.
And then you actually, the problem doesn't go away just because you go and get high.
Oh no.
No.
It makes it worse.
It does make it worse, but it doesn't, because guess what? I'm
Compound.
getting high
Yeah,
again.
you don't
It's the
care
same
anymore.
problem. It doesn't even get worse. It's the same problem as I got. You know,
It's
just
compound.
time went by. That's all.
Compound interest.
Yeah,
Compound
Band-Aids.
interest.
Band-Aids.
Linda also said, I love your honesty about ego. That was so true. No, Mom, obviously I'm not home yet, but thank you for tuning in. She said, and then goes, oops, just checking in. Hi, Mom. Thank you for coming today. I love you so much. Scott McCabe said, you guys are amazing. Definitely opened my eyes up more. When my son died, I neglected everything in my life. My wife, my children. I wasn't there to help them grieve the loss of their brother, their son. I was so focused on a drug relationship, I thought just because I was there physically, that was enough. But it was only through treatment that opened my eyes and made me realize a lot of mistakes I made. Thank you, Scott, for that
Good
comment.
job, Scott.
Good job, brother.
That, oh my
Some
God.
boss-like shit.
Yeah. And then Peter McCarthy said, great job, Derek, keep shining. So, question. So you've been,
I like that.
what?
Did you have a question?
I
you go.
I have like one.
No, this is good.
All right.
Okay, so you got clean 3 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And you said you tried, and what was it? In the beginning, you talked about that pain in the inside, right?
Yeah.
What was it this time around that 3 years ago you were done? Was
Well-
it materialistic things, or is it you didn't have $1 in your name, you're borrowing $5 off of
No,
money?
I was so used to being broke, it wasn't materialistic things.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm the same person. This kid will tell you, from when I have zero money
Same.
to right now.
Yeah.
How much? Oh, yeah.
Never changed.
Oh, I'm blessed. We'll
Yeah.
just say that. I mean, that's because I do a good thing for a good thing to come.
Yeah.
And I put in work in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I make some good decisions today. But guess what? I don't make decisions by myself.
Right.
That's right.
I'm not saying with recovery either. People put recovery on everything. Like, you got to stop that.
Yeah.
You got to stop that. You didn't hurt your toe and bump your leg on the thing because you didn't work your fifth step.
Yeah.
I remember, like, I hurt my leg. The guy at the house goes, "Oh, you know why you did that? Because you weren't working your steps."
Yeah.
You know, "Oh, Derek, you didn't wash the cup in the sink. You're gonna relapse."
Ooh.
You didn't wash the cup in the sink, Derek. You're gonna relapse. Okay, I remember them saying that to me, bro.
That's a tough sentence.
Yeah,
Don't watch
yeah.
the cup, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
but this is how people,
That's how
some
they
people
think,
do, you know, but I respect that that's their recovery, it's not mine.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to this is, like, people do recovery different.
That's it.
And listen, you need to recover in life.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. Drop the drugs, drop the alcohol, you're still a piece of shit.
You gotta recover.
You gotta
yourself.
recover that. You gotta do something about that. I was for 2 years.
Mm.
I neglected all my family. I
Yeah.
neglected everybody. I put on a smile and act like I'm strong, make videos because my
Yeah.
brothers are dead. But like that did help me, making videos. The Dick Wagner helped me with Alan.
Dick Wagner, yeah.
That shit was fun.
Can you give them a little tip?
But hello. Remember that?
Yeah, I'm Dick Wagner.
That was fun, right? Me and Joey did the Dick Wagner and Steven Stevenson.
Yeah.
Remember, he was awesome. God bless his soul. Like
he was funny, yeah.
And like, how's this? When in the world, because I haven't seen this since I've been clean and sober, you get to celebrate the same year, the same day, at the same table, being clean, being in recovery.
Wow.
Oh, dude.
They did, him
BK,
and
he was
Joe.
there. Me and my,
Him and Joe, his friend that passed. Our friend that
yeah,
passed.
yeah.
What? You guys had the same?
They had the
Same clean day.
Same clean day, yeah.
That's
We
crazy.
celebrated a year because when I went into Danvers around 2 in the morning, he come 8 in the morning.
Yeah, same day.
He came walking in, and I seen him when I was eating, and I was like, what the fuck?
Really?
You know, yeah, and we got a year clean and sober together. And he relapsed after, I want to say 16 months, hold on, 17, 18, maybe 18 months he relapsed,
Yeah.
17 months.
Yeah.
And I found him dead at East Boston Rehab, kicked his door in, we revived him, he got a second chance. But we're addicts, like, that's not good, who cares if we died? I remember when I died, I jumped in Joey's truck and did the
next
line
day,
of dope.
We did for
No, the same,
Same
right
day.
when I go down to the
Yeah,
hospital.
Yeah, hour later.
No,
Yeah.
not even. Look, like I just pulled the tube out of my throat. I got the
Yeah.
pop sitting there. I'm like, I gotta go.
Right,
We don't
right,
do.
right.
We think
And I
that
was-
it's never going to happen to us. We're a better drug addict. We're a stronger drug addict.
Right.
We can handle it.
I didn't care if it happened to me
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
I jumped in the truck. I knew I was sick and I wanted to get unsick.
Yeah.
Because at that point in
That's
my
all.
life, I was just getting high to maintain, to
Yeah.
go to work, to do these
To
things.
get off E.
Yeah, that's it. Like at the end, I was already destroyed inside. I was just doing it to like function and live. Like I wasn't even
Survival
living.
mode, yeah. You
So
were
this
alive.
surviving,
So
yeah.
what was it this time?
Well, I was at my sister's house on a couch, and I got a call from my brother. He was at the Hope House, and he was like, "D," he was like, "Yeah, I'm only here because like you got in recovery, and now I'm here, and you're not doing it. I looked up to you, now I'm not looking, you know." And he struck a chord. He called all my bullshit out.
This was your brother.
Yeah,
Okay.
the first one to pass,
Yeah.
Alan,
Okay.
and he was like, "What are you doing, kid?" And this is his second time at the Hope House.
Okay.
And I'm like, shit, man, you know, but, and you know what? I chewed him up and I was like, kid, look at you. You're back in it. You can't do it either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even though I was just hurt.
Right,
Like,
right.
he
Yeah,
was
so
just,
you were laughing.
no,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
all the truthful shit, the truth hurts.
Yeah.
He
The
hit you
truth
with the
hurts.
He
truth,
called
yeah.
you on your bullshit.
So I had to like put it back on him, you know, like hurt me, I'll hurt you.
Yeah.
And that's like what that became. I ran with the hurt me, I'll hurt you
Yeah.
type thing
Sure.
for a year, even in recovery.
A lot of
like,
people do.
And I did that even in recovery.
It's an
But-
easier fix in the moment.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it was, and like but I remember it was like the gift of desperation, because I was so desperate. Like I was like, oh shit, like it made me wake up and see, like I don't have my son in my life at this point.
Yeah.
Like zero. My son's mother's a lawyer. She's a freaking boss.
She's bossed
You
up.
think she's gonna let someone drooling and shit take her kid?
No
like,
way.
you're bugging. So I didn't see him much. But that hurt me because my father, I didn't see him much. So I seen a potential path my son could possibly be on.
Wow.
And it was my fault if he ends up messed up.
And you would get like reliving the
I'm
same
not gonna
pattern.
say like, oh yeah, don't blame, you blame yourself. You can't blame yourself. No, I'm gonna blame myself
Yeah.
on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm the father. I'm here to put my foot down and show my son from right from wrong.
Yep.
But how can I do that? I'm drooling in the mouth.
Yeah.
And that's what hurt me the most is my son's gonna grow up, and when I die, Derek Burns, yeah, he was a junkie.
Yeah.
Because that's what you hear. You don't hear the good things people do when you die. You hear about the bad shit they do when they die.
Yeah.
You
So
know what
that
I mean?
was it. That was kind of like the core thing that.
I didn't want to do that to my son. My father did it to me, and just a couple years ago, I wanted to piss on his grave. And then the best thing I did was got rid of that resentment.
Yeah.
I got rid of the resentment of my mother. I did a fifth step
Yeah.
for the priest, and I aired it all out. And then I got to a meeting. Like 2 weeks later, my mom sent me an apology letter.
Oh, you text, right?
Yeah, remember I called you and told you. I sent it to you. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. You know, and that was God working in my life. She had no idea I did no fifth step. She had
right
no
after,
idea.
the day after.
The
That
day
is
after,
incredible.
you know, and when I got that text, I was like, wow,
Wow,
a
that's-
lot of stuff come off me. I think, and I did this. This was only a year ago.
That's crazy.
So the improvements in my life only came this past year. The first 2 years was just work, money, look good, work,
Distraction.
money, videos look good, make people laugh. If people are laughing, I'm always like that.
Yeah.
As long as I can be an impact in someone's day and make them laugh.
Yeah.
I've always been a great person. Like I've always tried to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? And like even people I don't like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always like to make people laugh, and like, because that's how I get repaid. You know what I mean? Like seeing people, like, I just want to have fun and
Bring life to people's lives.
And there's too many fucking Debbie Downers out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Recovery ain't supposed to be all serious, like, you know, drill sergeant type shit, like do your steps or you're gonna die.
Right.
I've heard it before. I don't want to hear it no more. Like everyone got a different plan.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through a different battle. People need to start respecting each other's battles, and like, you know, you don't see that much anymore.
And meet people where they're at.
Yeah.
God's in charge.
So just a reminder, our magic number tonight is magic number 9. So please, I was trying to think of something to rhyme with 9, but I lost it.
It's okay.
So-
we don't need that.
It makes it a little bit better. If you're feeling fine, donate 9.
There you go.
All right. I like
Right?
it.
You like it?
And I'm gonna match it.
And
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
match
match
it, yeah.
So anyone out there at Recovery Solutions is the Venmo 0143. If
And don't forget, we're still available to help. We're always available to help.
always,
Yep.
and that is free.
That's
But-
free. Recovery coaching, family consulting, treatment consulting, referrals to interventionists or interventions,
What else?
safe, reputable, sober living scholarships. But we need to put money in the account to do so.
Yes.
So please donate. We
Yes.
want to never have to say no. Anyone who asks us or applies, we want to be able to say yes.
To good sober housing that we're vetted and been there and
Walk
we know
through.
what the vibe is there, and you know, Mike and I do that a lot in our jobs. And we want to just be able to give someone that stepping stone. So if you're able to donate 9, like you said, feeling fine, donate 9.
Mhm.
If you want to double it and do 18, that's fine
That'll
too.
be divine.
That would be divine.
Oh,
Woo!
that's
That was what the word. That's
That was
how
good.
is that?
Recovery's free.
Recovery's free, but
But
scholarship.
sometimes
Yo,
it's
but
not, though, at the
But how
beginning.
free do you want to be?
That's it.
You know?
And at the beginning, sometimes it's not free. I see many people like
Follow DD.
trying to get into situations and these places, but they can't because of their insurance.
Yeah.
There's a problem with Mass Health.
Yep.
There's a problem with, like, if they're in the union or if they have a pension or something plan.
Veterans insurance.
Yeah, Blue Cross,
Tri-Care.
Blue Shield. Like, if they're trying to get into treatment, something's wrong with their insurance, they could get denied treatment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
pretty
It
messed
runs
up.
the whole
So
game.
But like, I mean, you can contact. I know for a fact you can contact me. Like people can contact me, and I can do the best I can to point them in the right direction. We're not going to get nobody clean and sober, but we can put them in a direction that we went.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And what works for us. Like we're still sitting here. We're survivors. There ain't too many people out there surviving this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I go to meetings too. I still do that, and like, you know, a year or more, raise your hand, and you don't see too much.
Yeah.
It's like, it's sad, and you're seeing less people going to meetings. Oh, the good weather's coming. Like, nobody needs a meeting.
Yeah.
People are killed. Like, you know, but I understand that, but then again, that goes, like, say if I don't go to a meeting for a couple of weeks, guess what?
It's a habit.
It's my fucking recovery, though.
But
It's my recovery.
Yeah.
Because like, who am I to, like, if I don't see something, because I had, this is classic, people, right? This is the classic one. You don't see me for a month, and then I see you, and you're doing the meetings, you know, and I stop for a month or whatever, just saying. And then this person will see me again, they're like, where you been?
Where you
Yeah.
been?
What
Yeah,
are you
yeah, yeah.
doing?
They're looking at your side.
Automatically assuming
Automatically
shit, right?
worse.
Well, and like, how do you know, like, I didn't cash in? How do you know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's my recovery. I could do whatever the fuck I want. Excuse my language,
No, it's
but
okay.
I could do whatever the hell I want to do.
Yeah.
It's my recovery.
Yeah.
So if you didn't see me in a month, maybe I didn't want to see you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, who knows? I haven't decided yet. But one thing I do know is if you practice this every day, it becomes repetitious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the beginning, for me, meetings were crucial.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meetings were crucial. And when my brothers passed, meetings were crucial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need people around me.
It's your
I
safety
need,
net. It's your lifeline.
even if I don't like you,
Yeah.
I need you.
Yeah.
Like, cause like, you're trying to do what I'm trying to do
Yeah.
here. And we're trying not to get high today.
Absolutely.
Shared pain.
And that's-
What is it? Shared.
Pain shared is pain lessened.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Boom.
You know what I
saying.
mean? But like,
We
how
got
can
some
others,
comments. You
like-
wanna read
I
them?
will
Yeah,
knock
yeah.
them off. So
Knock them
Debbie
off.
said, "You're only as sick as the secrets you keep. I don't keep any secrets today."
That's
That's
right,
what
Mama.
That's it.
Honesty is an antidote to disease thinking.
Debbie's a boss.
Ooh, Angela
Bossed up.
Abrazisi said, "Extremely humble. I have so much respect for you."
Thank you.
See,
That's a
Buns.
good one. Angela Brooks said, "I love seeing you live your best life. I'm so proud of you."
Thank you.
See, Buns.
Love you, Ange.
Kevin Caprio.
Fire.
That's a
man.
fire.
What's up, Cap?
Templates.
Templates.
He also said, "Hi everyone. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. You too." James Bibbo said, "Have to want it to get it. Meeting makers make it."
That's right.
That's perfect.
But yeah, here's the thing too. Meeting makers make it, but and this is what my father told me. He's got 35 years in recovery.
He's
My
boss-
brother's
he's
father,
boss.
Yeah.
35 years,
Yeah.
and he goes to meetings still. But I come home one day and I go, "Dad," I go, "You'll never believe, I've been doing 3 meetings a day." He sat me down. He was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa.
I like this.
We gotta go sit down."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I sit down with him. Here's the recovery part of him coming out
Yeah.
with me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He's like, "Listen, you came into recovery to restore your sanity. Going to 3 meetings a day, Derek's insane.
Yeah.
What's normal about
Yeah.
that? You got a job, Derek?
Yeah.
How do you get to 3 meetings
Yeah.
a day?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life, Derek? Are you being the dad? Oh, so you're not seeing your son? You're telling me you're not doing any of this. You're not doing no work on yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're going to 3 meetings a day."
Yeah, you're too
And then he
busy.
says,
Yeah,
meeting
you're too busy.
makers make it, but sometimes all you make is meetings.
You.
That's it.
We gotta write these.
A meeting ain't gonna keep you clean. The steps ain't gonna keep you clean. He's not gonna keep me clean. You know what's gonna keep me clean? Is continuing to do the next right thing over and over, finding that repetitious, getting a higher power, doing something uncomfortable, facing my fears. How's this? Like, ever since I started facing my fears, I started to upgrade my life. My life started a level.
Jeez.
My life started a level. My
This
life
is where
started a
Mike gets his
level.
lines
I was
from.
afraid to go to school, bro. Hey, I was afraid to go to school. And the books are a G note. I'm like, I ain't giving no $1,000 to no books, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was scared of that. Like, God forbid I got to pay my car off. Like, I didn't want to do that. Like, I didn't want to do a lot of things. But, like, because of fear. But once I did them, it started to
They got
One
easier.
kicked into another.
Gets
It's like when
easier.
you first went to your first meeting. Were you
Yeah.
raising your hand to speak?
No.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Now guess what?
Scared.
No
I was
way.
scared.
Now check this out.
We
Then the
never
next
raise
time,
your hand.
the next time you go raise your hand, claim your seat. Just claim your
Yeah.
seat. So guess what? Guess what that is? Doing.
Yeah.
Ooh, facing the fears. You're climbing.
That's a good
You're
feeling.
climbing. You're
Yeah,
climbing.
you're
You're facing your
rough. You're
fears.
rough.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, but you're facing your fears.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And as soon as you get rid of all that BS in your life, you'll grow. Growth will come. Because if I don't see it in someone, like if I mess with you and you're in my life and I don't see me growing from you being in my life, you ain't in my life.
Cut off.
Just look closely at people I hang out with. You know, like if you ain't helping me in some way, contributing to the positive end of my life. And this is the best thing about recovery is I have freedom whether to keep you or not.
Yeah.
I don't want you in my life. Bye. Close the door. Pack it the fuck up. It's
Pack
on Friend
it.
Friday. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
Hey, you think I want to go on Facebook and see that negative stuff in my newsfeed and you fighting with your mother? I'll delete you. Bye.
Bye.
Am I looking in the right
Yo, look down there. Yeah, so listen, $9 Recovery Solutions. That's a requested donation. Dollars for Angels. Angels are the people
Yeah.
that are out there struggling, trying to find their path.
Put it up so because Derek's gonna match it.
If you want to
So-
help them find their path like D Buns found his
Yeah.
path, donate $9 at Recovery Solutions. Derek's gonna match dollar for dollar, and that money goes to safe, reputable, sober living that we utilize. We've got a bunch of houses on our list that we utilize, so even if they want to be on the South Shore, North Shore, Central Mass, Western Mass,
Metro West.
Metro West, we have places for people. Please donate. We never want to have to say no. We want to always be able to provide that service of, a cash donation.
So last few comments, James Bebo said 16 years, that's incredible. Your daughter was a huge part. She brought me to my first meeting, so thank you for that. Your
That's
sobriety showed her and she helped me.
That's
Tina
awesome.
Bebo. So I always, anytime I see her or dad, I gotta give them a
God
shout out.
bless them.
She brought me we went all over the place.
Blessed up.
Yeah.
Carol Jerry O'Duff said, I'm so glad I watched this, proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because
Jackie
That's all.
Jackie Whitmarsh said, thank you, amazing with the prayers.
Oh, the prayer.
oh, thank you.
Even better.
So again,
Gotta pray.
$9, double it, triple it, half it, so that we can continue scholarshiping people. So, Derek, that's
Well,
been,
yeah, that was awesome. And,
That was-
and one last
That
thing,
was
right?
awesome.
If people like are struggling, they're watching this. Like we all have a
Yeah.
different struggle. We can relate, but we can't feel what you're going through if you're not telling us.
Ooh.
So, if you want what we have, you got to do what we do. Participate in your recovery. Try to help another person, and just try to help yourself. And be easy and kind to yourself, because that's a must. Like set
Self-compassion.
boundaries in life. Set boundaries. If you don't want someone in your life, they don't have to be in it. And just remember who you are. You're a freaking boss.
I've
Yeah,
never
Ropedoff.
You can do whatever
like
you want.
fire
You
things
can
around
do
here
whatever
that
you
I
want.
we gotta find.
That's
So,
my brother.
thank you guys all for tuning in.
Love you guys. Thanks
God
for
bless.
watching.
Love you.
Peace.
Oh,
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. We're not over yet. So just give me a second.